Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's call. So the topic of, again, my name is Kara Blattman. I'm the founder of doterra in Israel. I'm currently living in New Mexico with my family and building a community of doterra users and members and advocates here in New Mexico and Colorado. But I have a soft and big heart for my Israel community. So glad that you guys can get on. And today's lesson is going to be called, so I'm really thinking about doing this essential life series. So for the next 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, every, I'm going to go back to Wednesday nights, but tonight we're on a Tuesday night, Israel time, 8:30, doing these essential life series and just the essential ways to use essential oils in. And today's lesson is the essential woman. And I looked up the definition of essentially or essential and what that means. And it means that it's an important enhancement to your intrinsic nature. So the essential woman, essential oils are so important to the enhancement of our intrinsic nature. And who are women in general? What are our intrinsic nature? And our intrinsic nature is that we're sensual beings, we're emotional, we're intimate, relationships are important to us. So what are the essential oils that are important for our sensuality, our intimacy with ourselves and our relationships in our lives? We're going to do those oils. What are the oils that enhance our femininity? Women are such an important existence to the planet and to the earth. And these intrinsic natures of our emotional being, our sensual being, our femininity, and our physical beauty, those are important things to pay attention to and to enhance with essential oils. So we're going to talk about the oils for our feminine beauty, the essential oils for our chemical nature. So our chemical nature is unique and different than other human beings and the men human beings on this planet. So what are the essential oils that we should be using daily to enhance and support our chemical nature, our hormones, our emotional nature? And the fourth item that we're going to cover today is what are the essential oils that enhance and support our self-confidence and our self-love as women, so we fill ourselves up and can walk with confidence on this planet and be able to take care of our men, our families, and the communities that we serve with confidence and strong ability to give of ourselves and continue to keep ourselves strong emotionally and self-love and self-care. So we're going to talk about all those. And this is really been taking into this is what you should be doing daily for yourself. This is how you should be using essential oils daily. So I'm going to just get on a soapbox really quick, is that everybody on this call, and myself included, are claiming and living our life saying that we believe in essential oils and we use essential oils. And in the past, when I first started using essential oils, I myself had this okay, essential oils, they're great. They smell beautiful. They look beautiful. I'm learning how to use them. But do I really take them seriously? Do I really feel that they're essential, that they're important on a daily basis in my life? And in the beginning, I didn't have that belief system. And over time, and especially now working with the essential oils for about 12 years, I understand that they are essential in my life and essential in my family's life. And I use them and talk about them and have them displayed in my home, and am not ashamed or embarrassed or afraid to say that these are essential components of my family's health. And when people ask me, like, what do I do to feel good? What am I doing to age well? How do I you know, I'm 2 years away from 50. How am I keeping my health and my beauty and my aging looking the way it does? And I 100% say essential oils when I tell people I use essential oils and I do yoga. Those are two of my things that are part of my health, and why I feel like I'm aging and able to walk with confidence and beauty as a woman. So let's go into what I feel is essential for the essential woman on a daily basis. So we're going to start with, I'm going to build it as like a routine through the day. So in the morning, I first start with feminine beauty. So it's important to enhance your feminine beauty, and don't look at it as vanity. Don't look at it as not important. There is a reason why women were put on the planet, and that they look different than men. Why we don't have abundant facial hair or chest hair. Why our lips and our eyes and everything about us is different, because we are beautiful and we want to enhance that feminine beauty. And it's not just physical. When you pay attention to your outer feminine beauty, you're paying attention to your inner self and your inner beauty. So in the morning, it's important to take care of your skin. Like, take some time to take a shower, and then when you get out, wash your face with. So I am going to bring in, I think the doterra essential skincare is phenomenal skincare, and I've been using it for about 10 years. I prefer it over the Virage. I just think that it takes care of my skin better. You know, I'm 48, so this is just the skincare line that I prefer for my skin, and that I have older skin. And so every day I use the skincare. So I wash with the cleanser, either in the shower or at the sink if I'm not taking a shower that morning. The toner I absolutely use, and it has lavender, ylang, and chamomile. These are oils we're going to be talking about individually that's essential for women, and it's in the toner. So you already get it once by applying the toner. I just put it straight on my face. I don't use a cotton ball. While my face is still moist with the toner, I use the serum twice a day. It has frankincense, sandalwood, and myrrh in it. So you're already putting those oils on your face. And I just put it in the important areas around my eyes and mouth and upper lip and forehead. And then I follow it with the moisturizer. This has lavender, jasmine, geranium, and frankincense. We're going to have a whole lesson on the skincare in a couple weeks, so I'm not going to go over them in detail, but this is part of taking care of your feminine beauty. After those products, we're going into the oils. I use rose. Why do I use rose? I use the Rose Touch, and I apply it just under the eyes and around the mouth and forehead. And before I rub it in, I applied the Immortelle. Immortelle is not diluted, the rose is. So Immortelle is really, really strong. And I've discovered that over the years. It's really strong. So I use the Rose Touch first because it's diluted with coconut oil. Before I rub it in, I apply the Immortelle in those exact same spots. And then before I rub it in, I use the yarrow palm. So this whole routine is quite an investment in your feminine beauty, but it's worth it, and it'll last a long time. Twice a year, you may have to reinvest in this. Yes, and the Immortelle is now called Salubella. Thank you, Yahad. So then after the Immortelle, I haven't even blended it in yet, I use the yarrow palm, this amazing, amazing blue oil, because of its, I'm forgetting the name of what creates the blue, but I'll see it when I look up yarrow palm in a few minutes. And it's with the pomegranate seed oil. So it is absolutely the most moisturizing oil I have ever used. I am a huge fan of the yarrow palm. I always apply it under the eyes. Um, and Yahad saying also internally is amazing for skin health. I always apply it around the eyes or top of the mouth and anywhere in the face that I want to take care of my face. And I feel that moisture level all day long. So feminine beauty, those are the physical products that I use to start the morning. And I'm just going to read a little bit about how they support us emotionally, just putting it on your face. So rose is the highest vibrating oil out of all the essential oils. So it's really about self-love. So when you're physically taking care of your face with the rose, which it helps to, it's a anti-aging oil, so it helps regenerate tissue growth. It brings down inflammation in the skin. So if you have redness in the skin, it helps to bring down the heat out of the skin. It helps with any type of so I do rose first, Karen's asking. After I've washed and applied the moisturizer and the serum, I do rose first, then the salubella, and then the yarrow palm. And then I blend it all together. I rub it in all together at the same time. So I first roll the rose on, roll the immortelle on, apply the deep blue or the yarrow palm, and then mix it all into my face. So again, the physical benefits of those oils and the emotional benefits. Rose, anti-inflammatory, regenerates tissue growth, makes your skin rosy, like literally glowing like a rose. Energetically, it's increases self-love. So physically, just every day applying this to your face, you're applying self-love to yourself. And then that oil is a vibration of divine Hashem, universal love, just bringing that, attracting that into your being and allowing you to fill your vessel, fill your cup up with self-love so you have more to give. That's rose. And then I loved reading about the salubella in the Emotions and Essential Oils book. It gives mostly emotional qualities of the oil, but there are some, you can connect it to the physical benefits that you're getting by applying it as well. So salubella is, it's an amazing oil for quieting the mind and meditation, or taking you into your morning prayers or your morning meditation. It fosters inner stillness and encourages spiritual growth. This blend really encourages a positive state of mind, a positive being, like moving through your life with just focusing on the positive, attracting positive, being positive, giving over more positive. And as women, that's our role, to develop our faith, to grow in our spirituality, to give hope, to offer gratitude. And that's what this oil all is about. Patience, to encourage more patience, to encourage more trust. So like the emotional benefits of salubella is amazing, but then the physical benefits of salubella, which is all those oils, frankincense, myrrh, rose, sandalwood, helichrysum, lavender, all those oils that regenerate tissue growth, to smooth out the skin, to reduce fine lines, which there's nothing wrong with wisdom lines, but just let go of any hangups that you have around vanity, or we should be able to like move forward with wrinkles on our face. Like just take care of your face with these beautiful oils, and then encourage that emotional growth that it gives you as well. And then the yarrow is just, that plant has so many benefits on a spiritual level. It's been known throughout generations of helping. So all these oils are suitable for 75 and above. Like, do this, like 40 and above, 30 and above, do this routine. The yarrow palm's amazing for just supporting your skin to age healthy and age gracefully. It's like our skin, we're like plants. We age because we're drying, we're getting drier. And so the yarrow palm is like continuing to give that fertilizer to the 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 stalk in the plant and the leaves of your face. So just continue to give that extra attention to your face and your femininity. And it's really nurturing that intrinsic nature of us as women, that we're feminine, and take care of your femininity. So moving away from the face and into your emotional being, your chemical being, is how do we take care of ourselves on a chemical level? Right, it's never too late to begin, my dear. It's like I know 70-year-olds that started yoga, and they're like teachers now at 80, and beautiful teachers at that. So whether it's yoga, whether it's your essential oils, start it now and start a daily routine of taking care of your feminine beauty, but also by taking care of your external feminine beauty, you're taking care of your internal femininity. So now taking care of your chemical nature with the essential oils is, we are chemical beings. Our hormones are different and they change as we mature. The routine that I'm going to give is for really any age, but ideally 30 and above. This is a great routine to start. So while I'm still in the bathroom, just finished taking care of my feminine beauty and my feminine spirit with that routine, I go right into using the Clary Calm. I'm going to open that up to tell you what's in it. So I do a swipe of the Clary Calm. It's not diluted, so it's super strong. It's not with coconut oil. So if you have a sensitivity with your skin, you would want to use it diluted, because this is something that you'd use every day. So some people start to get a redness around their belly button, because I'm going to tell you to swipe it around your belly button. Just one circle. Don't go around the belly button, because it's a roller. It's essential oils. It seems like it's like not harmful, and you can just like roll it around your belly button a bunch of times. No, it's strong. You want one little circle around your belly button with the Clary Calm. Before I rub it in, and then I'll go into the details of the Clary Calm. Before I rub it in, I use 1 drop of the Whisper and just drop it on my belly button. Before I rub it in, this is called layering. So it's not mixing them all in your hand and then applying it. It's applying the Clary Calm first around the button, then the Whisper, and then a drop of the yarrow palm around the belly button and even inside of it. And then once you have all 3 on your belly button, you're kind of angling your body and putting it on. I rub it in a circle around my belly and into the navel. And this is to support your chemical being, to support the hormone levels in your body, to balance them out. If there's an oil that you don't need, the body will just eliminate it. There's a science that the doctors of doterra have created by making these specific blends for hormone balance. And the beauty of essential oils is, if you don't need it, it won't cause harm. You just won't use it. You'll eliminate it through your sweat or your urine. And if you need it, your body will grab onto it, use it for the balancing of the hormones or the different chemicals that are going on as we, as women, and as we grow through the stages of our life. So Clary Calm is clary sage, lavender, bergamot, chamomile, ylang-ylang, cedarwood, geranium, fennel, carrot seed, palmarosa, vitex. That's a huge blend. And all those oils are for women's chemical balance, our femininity, our emotional support. So this blend is helpful for building confidence, building your feminine nature. So it helps to stabilize, it's a mood stabilizer. It helps to stabilize your physical and emotional balancing. It fosters intimacy, relationship, and emotional intimacy. So when this is going to lead us into our sensual being and our intimacy and our libido, but when there is a lack of passion for life or lack of libido or lack of an urge for intimacy or sexual relationship or just relationships in general, it's not just using a libido oil like passion, it's also looking at your hormones and balancing out your hormones. So Clary Calm is so important for self-confidence, balancing emotions, balancing our hormones, bringing us back into our intimate body and being in touch with our passions for life and our passions in our relationships and wanting to be intimate. And we'll go into why that's important if you don't already know. So such an amazing blend to use every day. And I tell people to just pause and take a break from it for about a week every month. So if you're still on your moon cycle and get your menses, use that week to take a pause from the Clary Calm, this blend that we're talking, the Clary Calm, the Whisper, and the Yarrow Palm. If you're not getting your moon cycle anymore because you've matured and gotten into that, into our elder women and our women of wisdom, then choose maybe the last week of the month to take a break from it, because it's important. They're strong oils. You don't need them every day for the rest of your life. You do want to take a break from them for 1 week every month. So again, if you're getting your moon cycle, use that as your break for you during, and not doing the blend during that week. And if you're not getting your moon cycle anymore, then choose the last week of the month to take a break from it. And then for any of the children in your life or the young women in your life, they don't do this blend at all if they're not getting their moon. Whisper, why I choose Whisper is, so I am 48, I'm premenopausal, I don't have any symptoms yet that I know of. But I do start to, I am having a little fluctuation with the days of my cycle. I count my cycles because I observe the Nida rules. And so I count 28 days, and then I count my days of my moon. And so I did notice as I'm starting to get older that I'm getting to sometimes a 26-day cycle or 24-day cycle, which is not, it's something you can work with. It's better to keep yourself at the 28-day cycle. So when I do this blend of the Clary Calm with the Whisper and the Yarrow Palm, it keeps me on that 28-day cycle. It keeps my emotions balanced. This book, Emotions and Essential Oils, when it talks about the Clary Calm, let me get back to that page. I hope I didn't lose it. Took the marker out. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, was it in this one? No. I really liked this phrase that they used, and I think it was actually in the Modern Essentials book, where it was like saying to dispel that generalization that when your moon cycle is coming, that you're supposed to just be emotional and off and irritated and uncomfortable. And that's just part of getting your moon, getting your menses. And it was saying, no, can dispel that myth and correct it, and correct it in how we pass it on to our daughters, that when you're using these essential oils to enhance that time, that you don't have to be moody or unstable or emotional or miserable or stuck in bed for, yes, you take care of yourself and you nurture yourself during that time, but you don't have um, to believe that this is just, you're just wrecked for the next week or 2 weeks for some people, I've heard them say. So Nahama said the yarrow palm is so essential during this, and I absolutely agree. When they brought the yarrow palm into doterra's product line, I was just using it for my face because I knew how essential it is for skincare health. But then I think Nahama and Hana Frazen told me to use it on my belly button for this routine because I was getting off on my cycle, really off on my cycle, and it has made such a difference in getting me back on track with my cycle, balancing out my moods and emotions. I don't have any pain around my cycle, and this is just going to take you into menopause and postmenopause in a much better way. So a little bit about whisper in a graceful way, like when you start to go into premenopause or menopause, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. This is your next phase as a woman that we all need to embrace and appreciate about ourselves and the women in our lives that are there. Like it's just like our ancestors. I'm reading The Red Tent right now, and it's like, it was just like ceremonies when your daughter got her moon and you brought her into the red tent and you hennaed her hands and you fed her honey cake and honey milk and dates. Like, why are we not doing that? I said, why didn't I do that with my daughter when she got her first moon? Like, we need to embrace these cycles and teach about them. And when we move through, and just how when the women came into the red tent, they were taken care of by the elder women, or they took care of the elder women when they moved out, and they weren't getting their moon anymore, and they washed, that they bathed their feet with herbal waters, which is what we're talking about, these essential oils. So like, we need to use these oils to enhance this intrinsic nature of ourselves as women, and help our daughters, and honor our elder women for their wisdom and moving into the next phase of life where they don't have their moon anymore. They're not creating human beings anymore, but they have the wisdom to teach us and guide us, and start to really honor aging, and how you don't have to be looking like a 30-year-old your whole life, or a 20-year-old your whole life. Now I'm in America, where I see that like aging is like shunned upon, and you don't age. So let's embrace this and use these essential oils for all these beautiful stages of our life as women. So whisper, why I use this in this routine is this blend. Oh, here it is. So this blend challenges an individual to work on their femininity and not embrace these kind of social norms that your moon is horrible and it's just uncomfortable, and just get through it, and get through it for the week, and then you'll be better. Whisper is also really important emotionally, to embrace your femininity, your sexuality, that you're this intimate being, that we connect with other women, that we don't have to be threatened by other women and their femininity and their intimate nature, that we learn from each other and embrace each other, and connect to the positiveness of being feminine, of being emotional, of being beautiful. So I love Whisper. And Whisper, let's listen to this blend: patchouli, bergamot, sandalwood, rose, vanilla, jasmine, cinnamon, vetiver, cocoa, and ylang. Like, that oil is just so amazing. So this oil should be used daily. It's to improve your feminine connection with self, to improve your feminine connection with the women around you. It's a libido enhancer, so it helps with bringing up passion for life, bringing up passion for your partner. It will bring up, when you put it on yourself, it'll bring up your passion for your partner for you, because it makes you smell so amazing where they just want you. Ah. And then it's hormone balancing. So the clary calm by itself can, in a lot of times in younger women that have just started their period or under the age of 25 or 30, clary calm by itself can balance out hormones. But I noticed like 35 and up, you usually need to use a blend of 1 drop whisper and 1 swipe of the clary calm around the belly button with the yarrow palm. Rub it in with your hands, and then whatever's left, smell it, so you get the aromatherapy of that oil combination. So that's the combination for chemical balance and balancing out your hormone. It should be done every day. I'm happy when we take questions if anybody has anything they want to add to that, but those blends pretty much capture all the oils for hormone balancing. And then again, just a reminder to take a week's break during your menses or the last week of the month if you're not getting your moon anymore. So what are the oils that's going to take us into our sensual being and our intimate being. So what are the oils to help with libido? So we already talked about whisper and how that's an oil that if you're using it daily, when you're using it daily for your hormone and chemical balance, then that's automatically going to influence your libido. Clary calm, when you're using it daily, is automatically going to influence and enhance your libido. And so then there's an additional oil that you can bring in called passion. I like the touch. It does come in the dropper form, which is nice in the diffuser in your room for when you are wanting to put a focus on your intimate relationship. It's nice in the diffuser when you're together with your husband and partner, or rubbing it on the chest, and behind the ears during the time that you want to be intimate with your partner. And that can be done daily when you're not on your menses and when you're not in nida, so that you're enhancing that time. And be intentional. Be intentional when it comes to your intimate relationship, and be intentional for yourself. There's two ways of thinking that women are in. Like, we're in an intimate relationship and that helps our relationship, and that helps our husband, and that helps our family. And then there's also a way of looking at it is, I want this intimate relationship. I want to be intentional, because it helps your feminine being when you have this connection that takes care of yourself, that brings you this intimate feeling, this chemical release that you get by being intimate and having an orgasm is important for your feminine being. So if you don't have a partner, this is a whole nother topic that we could go into, but if you don't have an intimate partner, and I'm not going to go into kashrut and how that looks at it, I'm just going at from a sensual being, is like, use these oils, take care of yourself, look into ways that you can still be intimate with yourself even if you don't have a partner, because that chemical release is important for your femininity. I'm just going to say it, and some people may get offended, and that's okay, but we all have a right to our opinion. Vibrators are a nice source of intimate connection with yourself if you don't have a partner. So think about your essential oils and different tools that you can bring in to keep your passion for life going, to keep your intimate being going, and really start to be intentional as women of why you are creating intimacy. Thank you, Karen. Why you're creating intimacy for yourself, whether you're a single woman or you're in a relationship. And be intentional is my main take home here. Be intentional, and it not just be about your partner. Rabbinically, not a problem. Thank you, Yahat. So I promote a place in Jerusalem. Her shop is called Kosher Sex. Her father was, I'm sure one of you guys know his name, Rabbi Botek, I think his name is. He wrote the book Kosher Sex. It's for Jewish relationships and Jewish women, and how it's really very important part of our being as women and our being as Jewish women, and and then she opened up a whole shop called Kosher Sex, the daughter did, and it's just a beautiful place to go in and get in touch with the different aids that you can use for bringing up your intimate being. And she carries doterra essential oils. So she has passion there, and whisper, and the coconut oil as the natural lubricant. And then all the beautiful, discreet, beautiful toys that you can have in your home for you and your partner, or for you to get in touch with the intimate side of yourself, the sensual side of yourself. Because when you take care of your sensual side, you will walk with confidence. You will move through this planet turned on and the bright, brilliant woman that you're meant to be. And that will engage other women in this process. They will see that you're turned on, you're passionate about life, you're confident, you're beautiful, you're feminine, and they will be inspired to do the same thing, and you will be their teacher and their role model. So that's the intimate side of being a woman, and it is intrinsic in our nature, and be intentional about it. Use your whisper and your clairicom daily to get your chemical side in balance, so that you naturally feel attractive, turned on, passionate in life. And then be intentional in using the oils that turn you on: passion, elevation, coconut oil, mood lighting in the bedroom, the diffuser, vibrators, everything that will help turn you on. Sandalwood, jasmine. You choose that blend that turns you on, and then therefore will turn your partner on, and will just enhance your relationship and your family life. So, fourth topic, and then we're doing good on time. I'm gonna open up to questions, is self-confidence. So this just takes you into that final topic of self-love and self-confidence as a woman. And it's been my journey to really understand self-love for myself and self-confidence. I think it's almost every woman's journey. Thank you, Deep. You're incredible too, my love. It's been all of our journeys to move, and we're standing on the tops of our ancestors, our mothers, our birth mothers, our ancestral mothers. I wish I knew the mothers of the red tent more personally, because they were confident, strong women. They used essential oils, they used herbs, they took care of each other. They shared the same husband. That was a little complicated, but but they managed. I'm reading about Yosef and Rachel and Leah, and but how they just helped each other through the birth process, and through menses, and through life, and just carrying on the story of women, and how we empower each other. And why have we had these generations? It's almost making me get emotional where I want to cry a little bit. These generations of women that are not confident in themselves, in their beauty, and their bodies. And I have gone through healing for myself on that path. And I hope to not pass it on to my daughters, where they can really, and I have 3 daughters, where they can really stand on my shoulders and say, I have a confident, beautiful mother that loves me and teaches me about femininity and intimacy and love and orgasms, and when it's appropriate and the right time. Um, and to just be confident as women and our diverse, unique blueprint, and that we all look different for a reason, and embrace our differences and our beauty. And and the essential oils are so key for that. Like, one of my favorites to apply is elevation. So this is about confidence and self-love. I love elevation. It's a bit complicated and not everybody loves it at first smell, but it really, really has grown on me, and I really loved it from the beginning, even though it's not a simple oil. And let me read to you about it and why I think it's so amazing for self-love and self-confidence. You know, and it's great. I love this book because it just keeps reminding me of why I choose oils that I choose. So elevation is a blend of lavandine, tangerine, lavender, amyris, clary sage, sandalwood, ylang-ylang, hoe wood, osmanthus, lemon, and melissa. I mean, such a powerful blend of flowers and citrus, and then these herbs, these powerful, melissa is in this oil, powerful, powerful herb. And this oil is, the positive attributes that it enhances is joyfulness, optimism, abundance, feeling carefree. It raises your energy level, your vibration level, so that you move through life relaxed, with courage, with playfulness, with fun, that you provide faith and hope and determination for yourself and the people around you. It's a mood stabilizer. So again, it helps with our chemical body and our emotional body. And it's just so important to be confident women that continue to give ourselves self-love and self-encouragement. So one of the things that I do that's not oils, that's using the doTERRA products, is Slim and Smart and Sassy is also a great oil for self-confidence, and it also works on the physical body. I mean, you need to love your body for how it is and where it is, and its unique blueprint on this earth. But there may be imbalances in the body. So if you want to correct some of those imbalances, Smart and Sassy is really helpful for keeping you eating smartly and healthy for your body. And they don't have them right now in Europe, and I can't wait till they get them, but the vegan protein supplement for making smoothies that have a good amount of protein in it, so you're not spiking your blood sugar. I think it's really good in the summertime I'm going into a little bit of lifestyle, but like, as women, we have our issues with food. You know, we have our issues with maybe overeating or undereating, or criticizing ourselves about eating this or criticizing ourselves about eating that. It's important in your self-love and your self-confidence that you're eating to nourish yourself. And that's what you should say to yourself. I'm eating to nourish myself. I'm eating to nourish my emotional body. I'm eating to nourish my physical body. Does this food nourish me, or does it take away from my nourishment? And ask yourself that every time you eat. And so that you're conscious of, am I snacking to nourish myself, or am I snacking because it's something that's not serving me? Am I eating this right now because it nourishes me, or am I eating it because it's serving some kind of emotional purpose that doesn't serve me anymore? So start to really be conscious. Your self-love and your confidence is also about what you're putting in your body. So really, I'm not going to do, that could be a whole nother hour, 2, 3 hour talk, but really start to, I suggest that when you're eating, use that language. Does this nourish me? And let go of any language of, will this help me lose weight? Will this help me gain weight? Does this have too much sugar? Does this have too much protein? Go into, does this nourish me? And let your body answer that question. Let your intuition answer that question. And when you start to look at your food that way, and does it nourish me emotionally? Does it nourish me physically? Your body will fall in line with how it's meant to be, in balance with food. So a whole nother topic, but that's the golden piece right there. Does it nourish me? And you can use that with anything. Does this oil nourish my emotional body right now? Do I need to use it? And listen to what it has to say. So those are the 4 categories of an essential woman and an intrinsic essential woman. I'll write it up in a little summary and connect it to the YouTube video that I'm going to post. Those are the 4 categories. Again, is how do you enhance your feminine beauty with your morning routine with the face, and then go to the hormonal beauty, the chemical body of the human, and the hormone routine around the belly button specifically. And then how do you enhance your intimate self? Again, because you're using that hormonal balance of the clary calm and the whisper, you're going to already influence your intimate body, but then be intentional about how you're taking care of your sensual being, your intimate body, and bring in the passion or those oils that we talked about, sandalwood, ylang, and the tools that you need to enhance your sensual body and your intimate relationship with yourself and your intimate relationship with your partner. And then lastly, your self-confidence. And that self-confidence, really, all that wraps up into your self-confidence, and your self-confidence affects your feminine beauty. Your self-confidence affects your relationship. Your self-confidence affects your intimacy with self. So be intentional about your self-confidence and what oils you want to use for that. I usually use it at night before I go to bed. So, or first thing in the morning, the Elevation as my perfume, or I didn't talk about Roman chamomile, but that's my favorite one at night. I'm going to just really briefly talk about chamomile and why that's so important for self-confidence. It's a beautiful one to use at night because it's helpful for a deeper sound sleep. And while you're sleeping, you improve your self-confidence. So chamomile, I had it. Bookmarked, and now I lost it. Roman chamomile, there it is. So this oil is important for getting you in touch with your purpose. It's peaceful, calming, relaxing. Yeah, serenity is nice at night as well. But why I like chamomile is it's good for sleep, but it enhances self-confidence, self-love, self-expression. It helps you to get in touch with that intuition, that internal blueprint of why you're here and your purpose. And it's called a divine helper. It's your divine helper. It's your angel from Hashem that's reminding you of what your purpose is. Walk on this planet with confidence, feminine, intimate beauty, and know your purpose and why you're here. So I'm going to unmute everybody. There's 24 people on the call. I'm so proud. Thank you all for being on here. I'm going to stop the video because we're right at 45 minutes. So that's the lesson for today. I'm going to stop recording.